Did you know you can get a zero turn with a steering wheel? Well, Cub Cadet's got you covered, and today we're going to go over these steering wheel models. Zach here from Kubota of Lynchburg, and today I wanted to go over the steering wheel Cub Cadet models. Now, Cub Cadet makes about 7 or 8 different models with the steering wheel and multiple deck sizes in those models. So I've got a couple pictured here today. And a lot of you might be asking, all right, why would I want a zero turn with a steering wheel versus the standard lap bars? Well, there could be multiple reasons. The first reason I sell one of these Cub Cadets with the steering wheels is going to be the stability on hills and slopes. It's unmatched compared to a regular zero turn. Because on a regular zero turn, your front tires are free floating. They spin around, there's no control to them, they're just riding the ground. As soon as they lose traction, your mower goes down the hill and you're taking a fun ride to the bottom. Now on these, you have full control of your front tires, just like a riding mower would be. It's got the same stability of a riding mower because you have your drivetrain and your engine and you have control of all 4 tires at all the time, but you have control of it, which is the important part. So if you could only take a zero turn on this 15-degree slope, all right, these are technically rated for 20 degrees, and don't listen to this, but yes, we've tried them on way steeper, and they will do much steeper hills and slopes than 20 degrees sideways because you can have control of those front tires. Another reason you might want one of these zero turns with a steering wheel, the ZTS series, is going to be because you like a steering wheel and you don't like lap bars. Might not just be personal preference, it might be medical preference. If you have arm issues or shoulder issues and you can't sit there with your arms up on a lap bars for an hour or two while cutting the grass or more, you can have a steering wheel. You can hold it with one hand just like you would your car or anything like that. You can play with your phone on the other one, just be careful. Drink your coffee with it. You can do all these things, of course, because now you have, just like you're used to driving your car or your riding mower or your tractor, a steering wheel to it. So it's a comfort thing. You don't want to learn the lap bars. You're not able to use the lap bars. You now have a steering wheel. So how do these work? I'm not a mechanic, I don't claim to be. I don't know the intricate workings, but basically what happens is it's called a Synchro Steer technology. And your front tires communicate with your rear transmission. Just like a zero turn, when each of your handles controls one of your hydrostat motors or communicates there, the same thing happens with a steering wheel. So if you look here, I've taken off the floor plate on this model. You can see some of the cogs and the gears and the plates and everything that go into it. So when you turn the steering wheel, you can see the mechanism move, and each one is now going to be transmitting that information every millisecond, every little micro movement to your transmission. So it's going to control the speed of your rear tires. With a riding mower, when you push the acceleration pedal, they're going the exact same speed, right? Because that's the whole point, till you turn. So it's going to rip stuff up. On these, as you're steering, it communicates the speed to the transmission, which allows you to do those tight turns. So the third reason I'll say that you would want a zero-turn steering wheel model versus a riding mower is going to be speed and maneuverability. You no longer have to do that ugly 3-point turn at the end of each row with a riding mower, because now you can truly spin in a zero with one of these models, and you can have it spin in a circle, go a lot faster, speed up, cut out those 3-point turns at the end of each row because you're spinning and in a zero, just like a zero turn would be. I will say I don't think it's quite as fast as a zero turn with the lap bars once you get comfortable with them, but it is way better than a riding mower. So the different series, you can start off with our ZT1 series, and again, there's multiple models in between, but this is going to be our basic homeowner residential. You're talking between $4,000 to $5,000 roughly, depending on which size mower deck and what engine transmission you pick and choose. On the 1 series, there's a 2 series and a 3 series. Here is a 4 series. You get into a little bit high-end residential, beginner commercial, a little bit nicer engine, nicer transmission, a little bit nicer frame. You can see it's got a comfortable seat with armrest to it. You actually have a roll bar in case you are going on those steep hills and slopes. You get into the commercial lineup of these, which is the Pro Z 500, and there's a Pro Z 700. Again, it really comes down to engine and transmission options, small features that make each series a little bit different. And then you get into the fun one, which I've used this one on some very steep hills and slopes because it's got dual wheels to it. You also have an air ride suspension seat on the 900 series, which makes it comfortable. And if you go the deluxe version of this, it actually has a swivel seat, which is really nice. And once you get these commercial models, your front axle articulates as well. So it's not a solid frame, it's articulating, which helps you hills and slopes and your comfort even more, helps those uneven areas, you're gonna get a better cut. And you can get this in a 72-inch deck or a 60-inch deck. The dual wheels will have the 72. So that's kind of your options on the steering wheel models, is anywhere. I think there's 8 different models from the 1 series up to the 9 series, whether you're residential or commercial. If you're looking for something that's gonna cut steep hills, slopes, with a lot more safety, a lot more comfortness, and a lot more bang for your buck than a riding mower, I'll word it that way, you might want to look at these steering wheel models. So the first thing when you have your zero turn running is they all do have adjustable steering columns. So whether you're tall or short, you can adjust it to where you want to be sitting on, where you're comfortable. Some of these nicer models have armrests and everything like that to it as well. But once you take off your parking brake, it's kind of like that riding mower where you have a forward pedal and you have a reverse pedal. So easy forward and back. Again, your hands are free. You don't have to be using them. And then as you come forward, you can ride like a normal riding mower, but the sharper turns is where it comes into key. So I can make my turn at the end of each row, go into the next row and be good to go. Or if I'm going backwards, backing up next to something, again, you can spin in a circle. Throttle up a little bit, you can speed it up. So that's going to be your controls to it. It's going to be very easy, like a riding mower, just much sharper turn radius. So that's how you're going to use one of these. It's really intuitive because, again, there's not much to it other than a little bit of a learning curve because it turns sharper than a normal riding mower. It's a pretty good machine. So that's the controls, and that's how you're going to run one of these steering wheel models.